Hey everybody, it's Darren Cheek from Ozark Mountain Lures. It's about a month after trapping season here is over with. This year I done my season a little bit different than I've done it in the past. Almost with fur prices, it doesn't hurt to experiment. I found some things I'm going to keep, found some things I'm going to get rid of. One thing I've done way different is in the years past, when I'm trapping, I work my fur as I catch it, and I put it up as I catch it. This year, I didn't do that. This year, I skinned stuff. When I would skin it, I take it, roll it up, put it in a sack, throw it in deep freeze, and then after season was completely over, it worked out real well that way. I had a lot more time to trap and concentrate on trapping. Another thing I did this year that I haven't done before, I don't know if I'm going to keep it around quite as much because honestly, my catch isn't the greatest it's ever been. But I had fun. I learned some things. I did a lot more short lining than I usually do. Usually I try to do a little long lining road trapping. Now I did road trap a little bit, and that's what this next video is about: road trapping cats. I'm not going to get in great detail of how I did that. I did it close to road. I'm not going to show the method, what I was looking for, or anything in this video. Maybe on the next video next year I might show some of that. But mapping, I'm not going to get into. This upcoming video doesn't necessarily have a whole lot of set techniques in it. There are a few, but I'm going to go back over and make some videos a little different than I normally do. Since the trapping season's over, I can still show some of my favorite sets and how I make them. And I'll show everything right up to the point where I'm catching animals. I'll just pull the traps when I'm done. But before we get into the cat line I'm going to show, I want to go over the equipment because that seems to be, when I make these videos, the number one thing I get asked. Traps, lure and bait. I'm a lure maker. I'm not going to sit here and just advertise for myself. I use more than just my own stuff. But let's start with traps. I use 3 traps, and I'll show the traps that I use in the order that I more commonly use them. About all of my traps are on drags, by the way. These traps here are not on drags. So my first trap, 60% of the traps I use on any predator line are these right here. I love them. They're like a number 11 double long spring. Whatever steps in them stays in them. I don't have a lot of sprung traps without a critter in them with these. But that's the number 2. Bridger, dogless. This one's almost factory. Most all of my traps have shock springs. This one I grabbed doesn't. Laminated. These I use 60% of the time. I love them. Anytime there's a predator set, this is what I go to. I got the muscle memory with them. They're definitely my favorite. So the other 20% of the time, I'm using these long springs. And anybody watching my video knows I'm an old trap guy. I don't collect them. I'm not into collecting them. I just like using them. They're just as good, a lot of them, as the day they were made. And they don't need much of anything done to them besides dyed and waxed or dipped, whatever you want to do. I like these. These are number 3 Victor long springs with cast jaws. Slightly, they're offset. Factory chain on them. Only thing I've done is add a couple swivels and put a shock spring on them. These are my number 2. I use these probably 30% of the time on my trap line, predator traps. They can also go in the water and make a hell of an auto trap too. Probably the last 10%, I've just started using these. And I really like them. I'm going to probably buy another dozen. I only run about 40 predator traps, all I have. I'd like to get to 50. I'm not a huge predator guy. I like auto trapping. This is the Duke 650. Use it right out of the box, except I add a few swivels and put a shock spring on it. These are good tracks. So on to lure and bait before we go to the track line footage. I use several different lures and baits. Actually, I take that back. I use several different lures. I have a change-up bait that I use. Sometimes I haven't found the one that I'm sold with. The number one bait, what I use on all my predator sets, but Bobcat, my Bobcat line, is Border Patrol Bobcat meat based. Kind of the Bill Nelson formula, a little bit different than what he did. Beaver tail oil, otter glands, mink glands, castor oil sacs, and a solution that contains about 8 different ingredients in it. Altogether, this has 14 ingredients, not counting your preservative and antifreeze. Hell of a, just as good on Bobcats as it is on Fox and Coyote. This is the number one bait. This is what I use for a bait. I do have some change-up bait that I use, but I haven't got one thing that I can show you that I particularly use. Sometimes I use beaver carcass, sometimes I use muskrat carcasses, sometimes I use rabbit carcasses, sometimes I use another person's commercial bait besides my own. I like Billingsley's bait. He makes a good predator buster bait. I like Welch's fish base. I can't think of what it's called, maybe Lights Out, or I'm pretty sure. Fish works good for cats. Also works good for coon. For lures, my number one go-to, which I'm out right now, is Bobcat Burn Circle or Red Fox Burn Circle, but during the breeding season, towards the end of the season, Bobcat Burn Circle. It's a true Bobcat gland scent. I also change it up a little bit. I use Missouri mud sauce for beaver and for otter and for Bobcat. If you've seen the recipe for this, when I go to make it, you would think I was making a predator lure, not a Bobcat or a beaver lure. I think that's why it's so good for otter. We're going to get through my own stuff that I use. For a rub lure, for curiosity, gland lure, I use Ozark Mountain Lures, my stuff, Missouri Cat Dope. It's a Bobcat gland. It's got beaver castor, muskrat musk, authentic catnip. The thing about this stuff, you're going to catch some coyotes in some strange sets and strange places. I can't keep coyotes out of this. This is a hell of a coyote lure, and it does not smell like anything a coyote would care about. But it is a good coyote and a good fox lure. So be prepared if you're using this to catch some coyotes. Like I said, I use other people's stuff. I'm going to go over what produces best for me, what I continue to buy and continue to use, even though I don't make it. So I'm throwing a little bit of an advertisement here. So I like using these two. Work really well for me. Predator Control Group Clint Locklear, his cat collector. I just started using that this last season, and the very first set that I ever made with it, I caught a cat with. I caught a couple cats with it. It's worth the price in a 2-ounce bottle. I'll continue to buy this. I'm almost about half out of this one. I'll buy another jar for next year and use the rest of this one up. Cat collector. It's weird smelling too. Another one that I found of his that I like is his rub lure for Bobcat. It works really well. I caught a nice tom on this. I caught more than just one, but one particular, I think on this video, I caught with this lure. This rub lure, good stuff. Check out his otter call too. It's good on otter. And I use another lure I'm out of it, but I got a bottle of another lure of his that I like using. Caught some coyotes with it. This is Hyde Mesa from Billingsley's, but his cat call lure is a hell of a cat lure. I really like it. Caught several cats with it. I caught several with a combination at a double dirt hole, border patrol, cat call down one hole, and then Missouri mud sauce, or not Missouri mud sauce, burn circle bobcat on the backing. Try Billingsley's lures; they're great. Another lure I found that I really like, and I'm also making one that's gonna, it's kind of the same concept here. And I will be buying this stuff. First time I ever used it this year, and it's good stuff. You gotta try it. It's Western Cat Incorporated Nomadic Pride Winter Bobcat Blend. It's skunky. I'm coming out with a good skunky predator lure that's geared towards cats, because you need skunk when you're cat trapping. You need cat glands, mink, skunk, beaver whenever you're cat trapping. This Nomadic Pride is some good shit right here. I really like this. I'm sold. From Western Cat Incorporated, give this stuff a try. Anyways, I'm out here working. I'm going to start the video on showing the sets. I'm finishing taking my last bit of fur off. Getting ready to go to the fur buyer. I sell my fur to Derek Peterman in Southwest Missouri. Great fur buyer. If you guys are around here or looking for a fur buyer, look up Derek. Sold to him for years. And will continue to sell to him. He's good to me. Jeb, Oklahoma, Okie brand. He buys some fur. Also, wouldn't hesitate to sell to him if he was a little bit closer. But Peterman, if you're in Southwest Missouri, look him up. I'm going to get the rest of this this fur off the board and hung up, and then you guys can watch me doing a little cat trapping. Hey everybody, it's Darren Cheek from Ozark Mountain Lures. We got 7 checks after today, before season closes. So I took the week off of work. I got 50 cat traps lined up to set. Well, yesterday I worked my ass off. I got 30 of them out. Checked them all this morning. Didn't catch a single thing besides one rabbit in the very first trap I checked. Made this trash mound last set of the day, right before dark. I lured it up with Missouri mud sauce, burn circle bobcat formula, and a little bit of Billingsley's cat call, which burn circle bobcat and Billingsley cat call is a deadly combo. I've caught nearly all my cats on that combo. Get here this morning, kind of down the dumps, didn't catch anything out of 30 traps. Right next to the road, I'm road trapping these cats. I'm not walking far from the truck. This one is on a creek that I auto trap. Normally, I never set any cat traps here. You can see the road. You can see my pickup. You can see the cat. Really feels good when you think you've had a day of nothing to have something. It's not a huge cat. I'm sure it's a tom by the way it looks. It may be a female, but I'm taking it. It ain't gonna hurt the population any, trust me here. Hey everybody, it's Darren Cheek from Ozark Mountain Lures. So we're right here by my house, not very far, doing this road line. This is the furthest place I'm from the road, which is only about 200 yards off the road, but this set here, I had a possum in it yesterday, done a remake. It's a projection set, walkthrough, 2-trap, Duke 650s in it. Reason I made this set, it's kind of the intersection point. Got 3 intersections coming together. Right over there on the other side of that trees is a cat toilet. I got the cat toilet itself set. Got this morning. I come. My traps are gone. My drag's gone. It looks like something's happened here. This is really like kind of brushy right here, and it's not now. I got to give a shout out real quick on this set. It was a projection I bought off eBay, off of Hilltop. I've been buying some of the Locklears. I used his otter call before. I've used it quite a bit. It works pretty good, so I started trying some of his things. I bought this rub lure he has. Put it on the projection. Then I made a cat toilet right between the two traps on the other side there, and I soaked some old turds in Burn Circle Bobcat formula. And he's hard to see, and he's really in there, and I have no idea how I'm going to get him out. You can kind of see him there. Hear him growling? Yeah, this is going to be a rodeo here. And this is some thick stuff. All I can think is to get on my hands and knees, go in there with my catch pole, hope he don't have a lot of chain to move on, and pray he don't tear me apart. That's the only thing I can see, unless I go get some snippers and cut my way through there, which is going to take me an extra hour off of getting more traps out today, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to brave it. But that's cat number 2. Got a cat on the very last trap I checked yesterday, and the very last trap I set the first day. And today, this is the first trap I checked, day 2. And I got a cat, so I got a lot more to check today. Hopefully, I'll have a double cat day. Alright, here's that cat after he come out of the brush, and that was not fun getting him out. But he's out. He's a big male. Nice looking cat, too. I like the spots on his legs and his chest. Typical Missouri bobcat for late January, best time to catch them. Next year, I'll be trapping them all February. I won't be setting a cat trap till this time next year, but last 20 years, I haven't been able to afford to do that. I had to trap them starting in mid-December if I wanted to catch a few. Anyways, here is the remake. This is what caught that cat. This is the set identical to how it was when he stepped in there and made it blow up. I caught a possum here yesterday, so when you catch a possum, don't just think, oh, if I can't catch nothing else here, because there's a possum in these traps yesterday. Anyhow, that's the remake. Duke 650 there, 650 there. Notice a lot of blocking, a lot of stepping he has to do. My projection is frozen in the ground, solid. That's Clint Locklear's rub lure. And what's funny about it is you can smell it on the cat's face. I noticed it had a little bit on his face, and I can smell it when I was touching the cat, so he liked it. This set's completely done. I don't have anything I have to do to it. Last thing I will do, which I do to all my remakes, no matter what, not just because it's my stuff, but because that's what it makes me sleep better at night. Little burn circle. That's all it needs. That set's freshened up. Another cat comes through, we'll have him. The landowner reports seeing several cats out here. Hey everybody, it's Darren Cheek from Ozark Mountain Lures. It's last week of January. I'm trying to do a little last minute roundup on my cat trapping. And I'm doing a little bit different in this video, trying to do a little road trapping for cats. None of my sets are 50 feet off the road. Usually they're right under the bridges here. You can see the highway right here. I just got to this location. This is the last location that I've set. I set it yesterday, made a hidden bait set right here by the road. And by the way, if my voice sounds funny, I'm pretty sure I have COVID right now. My girlfriend's daughter who lives with me tested this morning, and I got it. My chest feels funny. My voice sounds funny. I'm gonna go get a test here in a minute. Anyways, as you can see, I'm cat trapping. This is the third day I've had these traps out. Had a cat the last 2 days. This just shows how close I am to the road here. Anyways, I got some on that side. I just checked. This is the last trap. This is the last trap I set. And I don't know if you can see it down there. He's holding still. If I can find him on my camera. He's hard to see. There he is. That's one thing about catching these cats by the road. Now, if you get a coyote or a fox there, he's gonna be jumping and moving, but that old cat will lay still until somebody spooks it or gets up on it. Anyways, let me put this on pause. I'll go down and get closer. All right. Well, I couldn't get the cat up close. A man stopped and wanted a farmer, which I just got permission to trap on his place, so I can't complain. He thought this was cool. Wanted to record me putting it down. So this is the set. This is the location. It's hard to see with sun. I dug that back out. Basically, all I did here, I'll show the remake. Caught it in number 2 Bridger. I'll show I'll make the remake real quick. All right, this is really crappy photography. This ain't a very good video, but this is a set. It is a dirt hole tip, kind of, but it's more of a flat set than a dirt hole. So I've got the trap bedded. I got it blended like I would a flat set. Not a dirt hole I'd leave uncovered, but this is more of a flat set than anything. Like I said, that hole, maybe 8 inches round, probably goes in 6 inches. It just goes in, it don't go anywhere. Try to show this the best I can. I did not bring my tool to hold my phone up. What I'm using here, which I found works really, really well, is from Western Cat. The skunky lure is called Nomadic Pride. I got a little Spotted Fever from Welch's. I like his stuff too. Now to finish this set off, I got some cotton, or actually polyfill. Stuff it in that hole. Burn circle, Bobcat. That's it. That's the set. That's the view that caught that cat right there. Anyways, there's the cat set down there. I want to take the time why I set this. Right back there, you got a real brushy field. You got a ridge top. You have a draw running through it. That draw connects right there. The creek's right here. They're going to be... When I seen that, I thought, that's where the cat will come from. Like I said it yesterday. It's a good location. I'm going to have to get off here. I just walked up that. I can't breathe. Hey everybody, it's Darren Cheek from Ozark Mountain Lures. Out checking my cat traps, still battling COVID. Still have to check these things even though I don't really feel so great. But I've got this set. I'm on a logging road. You can see the road runs back in this way. I got my flag here. I came up on this the other day. This big branch or big stump sticking here off the side of this road, and I thought, man, I gotta be a good place for a rub set, a projection set. So I put that in, and that was about 4 days ago. Got this cat this morning. This first cat off this property. I'm Got a Bridger number 3 dogless. First one I ever bought. I bought it that same day from a Amish boy who owns a little sporting goods store here in our county. I bought it that morning and brought it out here and set it about 30 minutes after I bought it. And I'm glad I did. But what I did was set it on this hump, blocked it up, and I nailed a piece of cotton on the middle of that log. And then I put my Missouri Cat Dope lure at the base, at the bottom. Something for him to rub on. Flagged it, set it, and that's it. I'll get this cat dispatched. I'll show you the remake. Alright, we got the cat dispatched. I'm going to show the remake on this set real quick, like I said I was going to. Here is the trap's bedded in the peat moss. I haven't covered it yet. There's the pan. You can see I blocked it up real good. And then there's your projection. We got this kind of blocking the passage down. Not much different when you do an otter, just show him where you want him to go. We got some stepping sticks in here. I'm going to show you from the other side. So anything traveling down both sides most likely is going to have to pass through here. Right here, that's what I was talking about. I just nailed a piece of cotton. That's all the eye appeal I'm putting here, besides the flagging. But that eye appeal probably has more power than what you realize for cats. Kind of push all that duff to the side. That's where my Missouri Cat Dope goes. There's a good rub lure. And that's all there is to it. That's a pretty simple set. To shoot this quick one, they say you can't catch a coyote on a showy set. Well, this was a showy set. It was a showy dirt hole. Kind of a trench style, covered in feathers, had flagging. He got my flagging down. And man, I love these older traps. Victor number 3, double long string with cast jaws. I'm not sure if that one's one of the 3 ends or not, but it's an old one. Has him by both front feet. He ain't going anywhere. Now I will say this was a showy set, but it did take about a week before it finally picked up something. I never went close to it, just checked from a distance. Today, 7 days in, has this coyote. Caught it off of Border Patrol and Billingsley's Mesa gland lure. Just goes to show you, you can catch them off of a flashy cat set. Well, thanks for watching. Hey everybody, it's Darren Cheap from Ozark Mountain Lures. I guess you can hear that squeaker probably. So I'm in a huge hurry trying to rush. I just wanted to show this one if I'm making a cat video here. I had 2 Duke 650s there. They are on a dirt hole, double dirt hole. One dirt hole is destroyed. When I got here, like I said, I was in a hurry. I dispatched this cat. It's a medium, just about a large, couple-year-old Tom. Pretty spots on it. Like I said, it's just now getting daylight. It was dark. I was in a hurry trying to get this set remade. I was able to salvage this dirt hole. I didn't bring any equipment, but remake equipment. Just some peat moss, a shifter, and a hammer, and a paintbrush to open up my pans. When I dispatched this cat, I put that choke pull on him, and he was expiring. I watched him squirt all over that log right there where my finger's pointing. So I couldn't get the other dirt hole found. It was pretty much out. That one's the side that I had Border Patrol in. When I made this set, it's a double dirt hole like Carl Jones shows. Border Patrol in that hole, another hole around here, and I had the trap set back further. I'll show the set. You'll see the set. And I had Billings, the cat call, and some burn circle bobcat squirted all over that. I have a squeaker there just to add extra because there's nowhere to flag here. That squeaker, I threw some feathers on it and I was done. Well, this morning, like I said, there's a cat, it's destroyed. So what I did, I found that other hole, I set my Duke 650 out there. No more bait or lure in it, just like it is. Didn't have any with me. Put the other 650 next to it. Kind of made a walkthrough with just the debris around here. Kind of blocked that off. Made it look like a TP where that cat pissed all over there. And that's the remake. I have no doubt this will be just as good as any set I make. Especially that cat odor. But I just want to take the time and show it. I got to get moving. Hey everybody, it's Darren Cheek from Ozark Mountain Lures. I want to shoot a quick video. I'm back here between two soybeans fields. Well, this one ain't a soybean, this is sorghum. In a very wooded, heavy wooded area. Got a dry, kind of a dry, wet weather creek runs to a pond back here. And I've got this bobcat set in. And all it was a walkthrough, basically. Right on that stump where I'm pointing was a healthy dose of Missouri cat dope, my rub lure. And if you've ever looked at my catalog or talked to me at a convention, I talk about that being a great change up and oddly attracted to coyotes and fox and red and gray. And this just proves a point. I don't know how many coyotes I've taken off of that lure for trying to catch a cat, but caught him. This isn't a type of location a person really looks at, at least I don't, to set for coyotes. I caught a big dry land coon here yesterday, and then this morning I got this coyote. It rained, a pretty bad storm come through last night. But right there was where my walkthrough was. And all I was using here was a little Missouri cat dope on the bottom base of that tree. And on that log that's been moved over there, I had some burn circle bobcat formula squirted on there. And that was the set with just a single flag as a flagging. And this old guy couldn't resist. Looks like it's probably a big male to me. He's a healthy looking coyote. So I will get off here and take care of him. I just wanted to show that off real quick. We're here running our traps today. Today's my pull day. I've been here over a week trying to land a cat. I got this set. It's a blocked down creek bed. I found some cat scat over here on that knoll the other day when I set these traps. Set a number 3 Duke, I think it's a Duke, on a drag right here at this block down, made a dirt hole. I baited and lured that cat that caught that set with Border Patrol, Bobcat burn circle, and Billingsley cat call. Then I stepped over here and I made a second one, which you can see the traps out of the bed there, but not set off. It's just a T-bone sticking up. And you can see my chain running back over here. You step right over here, you got the prize at the end of the day. This is the prettiest cat I've caught in a long time. You want to talk about some beautiful spots on it. The rosettes are nice. Up and down its back. That's a grade A bobcat, Missouri bobcat. Oh, he's mad too. But this is the location. That was the set. Kind of a hidden, almost a hidden dirt hole. Just made it. Think I got a few feathers in the back there. Put the lure there. The T-bone had a long distance call lure in it, and it never caught anything here. Best I can remember, they all got caught. A couple possums got caught in this set before it ever landed a target. But there's the prize at the end of the day. You can see him looking at me all pissed off.